When preparing photos for a website, it's really important that you convert the photo correctly, and the website specifications will be determined by the type of website hoster that you, or the hosting site that you use. If you use Snow, Student Newspaper Online, which is what we use, I highly suggest that you read through the guidelines, and it will tell you exactly how they want their photos uploaded into the media folder. Now, the reason that you are converting these photos either to RGB or to the 72 resolution is because when you load a website, it is super important that the photos are not ginormous. If the photos are huge, it will take the website forever to load. And there's nothing worse than sitting and waiting for the photos to buffer. Your readers will lose interest and they will go to another website, especially if the content is, it's fun, it's great, but if it takes them forever to see it, they're not going to care. So you want to make sure that you definitely convert your photos, and honestly, the website will not let you upload them if it's not done correctly to begin with. So I am going to choose one of my beautiful seascape photos here. We're going to do the fish photo. And I just click and drag that into my Photoshop user area here. So with the fish photo in here, I am going to go up to image. Then the first thing I'm going to check is the color mode. Now for web, you should always use RGB color. That's red, green, blue color. And that's just because it's going to be the best color view, or the best way to see the color on your screen. That's how the computer screens are set up, so it should be RGB color. Then you are going to stay in image, and you're going to go to image size. And it's going to show up on my other screen, so I'm going to move it over. There we go. So for image size, this is actually a perfect image, and I did get it off the internet, so it's probably already converted for you. But if you're taking a photo with a camera or you're scanning a photo, it'll be different. But you want to make sure of a couple of things. Number one, resolution should always be 72 pixels per inch when you are doing anything for a website. 72 is your magical web number. The second thing you need to check is your width and height. Now, this one is under 900, so you need to make sure that it's either under 900 by 600, or if it were bigger than 900 and 600, if let's say this was 1500, you want to change the width to 900 and the height to 600. Now, if it's under, you don't touch it, because if you make it bigger, it's going to make your image incredibly blurry and pixelated, and that's not cute. You want to make sure it looks good. If it's over, you need to bring down the width and the height to 900 by 600, or at least change the width to 900. If your chain length is activated here, as you can see it is because it's on, it will change automatically to keep it proportional, and the ratio will change when you change 1 to 900. It'll change the height to whatever it needs to be depending on the type of photo that you're using here. So I'm going to click OK. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save for Web. Now, this will also show up on my other screen. I'm doing this on a split screen, so excuse me while I bring this. Oh gosh. There we go. Bring that over. I know, real good. And you want to say JPEG. It always should be a JPEG file format that you're saving. Then you're going to go down here to save. This will pop up. It'll ask you where you want to save it. Now, never save over the original image. Never save over the original image. If I click save right now, that would automatically save that fish to a web JPEG. And if I wanted to use that fish photo in print, it would be really, really difficult to go back and get that information back that I compressed by changing the resolution. So I want to save it for web. So I'm going to say W. This is our saving conventions. Use my last name, _ fish. And then sometimes you can put a number if there are multiple. So we do W for web, P for print, last name of the person who took the photograph, _ and the topic or subject of that photo. You could do a sport, you could do soccer, you could do whatever the photo is, and then a number if there are going to be multiple photos like that, so that you can tell the difference. And naming conventions are super important. If you're using a website like Snow, the name of the photo does show up. So you want to make sure that you have a good name. You don't want to say ugly fish, or that fish might be offended. So it's very, very important to use proper naming conventions, not only so that you can find your photos later, but so that when they do show up on the website, it makes sense to your readers and you are maintaining that level of professionalism. So I'm going to go ahead and save that image, and it's ready to be uploaded to the website.